Your boy Adi and welcome to Adi Vlogs. So today we will be talking about different types of scholarships. So if you're new to this channel, this is Adi and I actually make education content videos especially for those who are actually planning to go abroad and pursue their higher studies with minimum amount of money to create that higher education. So without further ado, let's quickly dive into the different types of scholarships. So scholarship is actually called need-based scholarship, and the second scholarship is a merit-based scholarship, and the third scholarship an in-state tuition waiver. So these are the possible three scholarships that you would have a probability to achieve when you are actually abroad. Now let's dive into detail each of these scholarships. So let's just dive into the first one, the need-based scholarship. So the need-based scholarship is actually categorized into two different categories. So the need-based is categorized into need-aware scholarship and need-blind scholarship. So let's just take a step back and understand what is this meant by need-based scholarship and need-blind scholarship, or need-aware scholarship. So need-aware scholarship, or let's just talk about need-blind because that's most easier to understand. So need-blind scholarship is a scholarship where you would be awarded a scholarship if you have a minimum average income of less than 56 lakhs of rupees. So this is based upon Harvard. So different colleges have their different threshold. So for Harvard it is, if your average annual income is less than 56 lakh rupees, then you have a high probability of getting a need blind scholarship. And the advantage of need blind scholarship is, if you apply to this scholarship or if you don't apply to this scholarship and the faculty feels that you are actually eligible for this scholarship, they will actually provide you or award you with this scholarship. So that's the biggest advantage of need blind scholarship. Now let's just talk about need aware scholarship. So need aware scholarship is a scholarship. It's gonna be kind of confusing, but you need to stick through it. So let me give you an example through this. So need aware scholarship is a special scholarship and very less universities have that scholarship. So the advantage of, or what this scholarship put before is, or what this scholarship tells us is, if there are two students and one student, both of these students apply to the same university that provide with a need aware scholarship, and both of them apply to this university, but one student actually applies for the scholarship or the need aware scholarship and the other student does not apply for the need aware scholarship. So now according to the policies of the need aware scholarship, what happens is, the person who has not applied for the need aware scholarship or who has not actually filled up the forms will actually be awarded with the scholarship. So it's more of like like if you don't apply, you have a higher probability of getting that scholarship. That is the caveat with the need aware scholarship. And now let's just talk about the second category of scholarship, that is merit based category. So other scholarships, or there are many alumni institutes within the university that provide you with grants that start from like $500 to all the way might be like 10 grand, 20 grand, or it depends upon the university. The higher ranking the university, the more probability you're gonna end up with lots of scholarships under different categories. So the best way of looking up this scholarship that are merit-based scholarship are actually going into your individual departments. For example, if you are planning to do an engineering, there will be an engineering department in that college, and each of the engineering departments would be providing like an alumni scholarship. There might be some scholarships that are actually allocated with respect to different organizations like Alpha Kappa Pi, and there are like many sorority organizations and different organizations that actually promote STEM, that science and technology in university. So you have a high probability of getting an extra fund in achieving your dreams. And so the main idea behind this merit-based scholarship is these are going to be highly competitive, because these are actually for students who are in a particular department. For example, just as I said, these are concentrated on department wise. For example, there might be some sort of merit-based scholarship in engineering department. There might be some other sort of merit-based scholarship within, like, let's say biology, or there might be another in nursing. So there would be a really high competitive sort of competitive atmosphere in getting this scholarship. And I'm just trying to give you a rough idea how this merit-based scholarship is gonna be like. So in order to apply for the merit-based scholarship, the general criteria that most of the universities follow is they will actually ask for a small essay, or like a small paraphrase, that's what they say, of describing why you need this scholarship. There might be different questionnaires, but this is how I was being told, or this was my experience. So you will be provided with a leaflet that says, hey, you need to briefly describe why you need this scholarship, why you feel you are the most eligible from everyone else. And they will actually take all these applications and will go through it, and they will actually shortlist a bunch of students who would actually be able to get this merit-based scholarship. Now after this process is done, they will actually, after the shortlisting process is done, they will actually call you for an interview, and just to assess from this group, they will actually shortlist to smaller number of groups of students that actually pass the interview. And after the interview, what generally happens is they will have like a sort of a dinner type of a function, where all these shortlisted candidates after the interview will be invited, and you need to go to the stage and pitch for yourself and say that, hey, I applied for this scholarship, and this is why I think you need to provide me this scholarship, or something like that. So this is how the dean scholarship works, or like that's what I had applied for. And like there are different types of merit-based scholarship. Just as I said, College of Engineering has different, College of Nursing has different, and even College of Engineering has a dean scholarship. There might be corporate scholarship, there might be alumni scholarships, there might be like different sorority scholarship, different organization scholarship. So all these categories have different. So the one that I actually specified over here is actually a scholarship that is being provided by dean. So then you go for the dinner, and you just need to pitch, hey, this is what I think, this is what I would do after I get this much amount of money, or this scholarship is going to be awarded. And after that dinner, within like 1 or 2 weeks, you will get an email stating that, hey, you have been selected and you get this scholarship. So that's how it works. So let's now talk about the third scholarship, that is called the in-state tuition waiver. So this is not a scholarship, this is just like a tuition waiver, but any money that you save is actually some amount of money that you don't need to spend for your study purpose. So that's what I'm trying to focus over here. So what in-state tuition fee waiver means, that some states, especially in United States, what happens is some states provide the ability for international students to actually apply for in-state tuition fee waiver. So if you not know by now, studying abroad is really expensive, right? And especially if you are international student, it's definitely gonna be like 10 times more expensive than a student like a local American studying over here at a local university. So what in-state tuition fee waiver does this, they actually apply this in-state tuition fee waiver on international students and give them the ability to actually pay the same fees as that of an American citizen studying in American university. That's actually like 50% savings in your fees. So that's what I'm trying to say. So That's not a scholarship, but literally you are saving money, and that's what we are looking for over here. So here are a bunch of states that actually provide you with in-state tuition fee waiver. First is Texas, second is Louisiana, and I've seen some universities in New York also providing this same type of stuff. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope this is kind of informative, and if you like this video, please do like, share and support, so that would help the YouTube algorithm, and it will actually go to further more students and help them in their journey to pursue their dream career. Thanks guys, have a good one, peace.